Buenas. Hola.
What's up?
Is Chloe on there? Oh, yes, she is. Chloe, you're a famous dog.
And Jen's on her phone.
It's a famous dog. It's famous.
Well, guys, it's a rain day. So, what do we do on rain days? Sit and talk crap. Let's talk some crap. How you doing, Garrett? Joshua?
Pretty good.
Are you going to record anything?
Yeah, long walks on the beach.
What brought you to Georgia?
Well,
Well, I guess first, were you born in Georgia?
Nope, West Virginia. No, I'm
Wow.
just kidding.
But West Virginia's cool. Make for a good story.
Could have played it off. No, St. Augustine, Florida.
So we got several Florida. St. Augustine, Florida. Joshua, you were Florida or Georgia?
I'm from here, but I've been in Florida for like 7-8 years. So, I mean, I'm halfway from there.
What part?
D-Land.
That's right.
The
By
land.
Stetson, right?
Yeah. Yep. I used to live like 10 minutes from there. Florida was a very, I'll let you finish,
No, you're doing great.
your
You're
info
doing
over
great.
there. But yeah, Florida was, so I got attacked twice, actually, like randomly.
In
Yeah.
Florida?
I don't even think I told you this yet. So I was like, I worked at a golf course down there too for like probably about 1.5 years until they changed their superintendent person. And I'm like, nope, bye. See you later. The guy was just, he did not know what he was doing. He was rude, yelling, screaming, stuff like that. So my last day on the way home, I rode a bike probably like 4 or 5 miles to work like every day at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm on the way back. And this random dude has probably seen me like 1 million times just coming back and forth on my bike. I would imagine, right? So dude like randomly come up to me when I'm like in an intersection crossing the highway. And he's like, I know you, man. He's like, I've seen you. I know where you're from. I know you, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, well, dude, I don't know who you are, man. I've never seen you a day in my life, right? And he was just high energy, it was definitely like fight or flight, manic, mental health type stuff, right? So I've been around that for a long time, which is actually why I was in Florida. My best friend is schizophrenic, paranoid, bipolar, has been since I've known him. I've known him since I was 17, so I know how to deal with stuff like that. But yeah, he just like was like coming up, and I was just like kept getting closer, and I'm like I was trying to be cool, and like keep my cool, and I was like no, flick, like I pulled out probably like a knife about like that. And I'm like, dude, you need to calm down, chill out. I'm like, I'm trying to be cool with there was a lot of conversation in there before that, but I'm like, bro, you need to like chill or just I don't know you, man, just completely was just out of his mind. So I'm not even want to do this, but I knew that it was something that, was definitely wrong in his head. It's not like he doesn't know me. I'm not anyone to him. I don't know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to call the cops on him. And I'm like at Target, like I walk up to Target and he's still following me. So like at a distance, we're like exchanging words, you know what I'm saying? But I'm walking and he's still coming. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? I'm like, are you trying to like not, see tomorrow or something? I get up there, cops come, and he's just like still running his mouth, like still just like in the crazy world. So I end up like that they come, they didn't even arrest him. And this kind of shows like if Florida cops, that's how they are. Like I don't know. They don't really help you out much. From where I was at least. And they come up, didn't do anything, told the dude he had to leave, but nothing happened to him, and he just went on about his business. And I went home, but it was very interesting. It was an interesting situation of being down there.
Well,
I remember working at the health department and having to call the police a lot for people that had mental health issues.
Yeah.
It's a fine line to walk in terms of the legality of things that you need to do and what you feel is the right thing to do, because oftentimes they don't have control over the state that they're in.
Yeah.
So you feel responsible for the position that you're putting them in, but at the same time you can't be fully responsible for somebody else's actions.
Exactly.
So
And see, I had my friend that which is crazy. I just talked to the guy the other day. Actually, I haven't talked to him in like probably like 2 years. I don't know. I've lived with this guy for like 7 years, and he is schizophrenic, paranoid, bipolar to its fullest. I'm talking like you can see it. Like you can look in someone's eyes and literally like see like his whole pupils completely blacked out. You know what I'm saying? When he goes into his state of mind and he thought he was God. Like he said that he's soldier number 5763 something. Everything he does is like in the name of God and whatever. Like dude almost burned his mom's house down and crazy stuff. But he didn't know. He had no idea. Like period. Like doesn't remember anything. Just this has happened.
Blackout.
Yeah, this has happened like 4 times, and I've seen it every time.
Well, so you have people like that, but then you have people that genuinely are trying to do you harm or rob you.
No, yeah, they don't have any kind of.
I've told Will. Thought I told you, but the guy that I pulled into a BP gas station, and I was talking to my buddy Kenny on the phone, and I'm like, "Hang on, something sketchy going on. Stay on the line with me." And I'm pulling up to the gas pump, and I see these 2 guys that are at there's a car wash. It's like on the side of the gas station, and the guy reaches into his backpack and gets something. And I thought it was just a drug deal. I didn't pay much attention, but still keeping on my peripheral. Then I'm sitting there, my windows are down, and I pull up, car's still running, stop to get gas, but I don't turn it off yet. And the guy comes up to the window, and he's got his hand in his pocket. And it's like, "Give me your wallet." No, I don't have any money, man. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, okay, what's the best way to get out of this? And I'm just sitting there thinking, he's like, "Dude, I'm not playing around. Give me your wallet." And I look down, and like, the gear shifts right here, and he hit it in drive. Hit the gas. And dude, he's inside the window, and I just see him in the mirror spin. I go around the BP gas station, go to the other side, get out. He takes off running on this side of the gas station. And then I get out and I tell the guy who's sitting there pumping gas, I'm like, "Hey, watch out," because he had kids. I'm like, "Watch out, that guy over there just tried to rob me," and he's running across McDonald's. Well, I remember when I was coming to the gas station that when I was pulling in off of 41 that I saw cops over at McDonald's because I just went to a Mexican restaurant and had a few drinks and like, "Well, there's the cops." Not saying that's right. It made me remember. So I take off running to the McDonald's. And I tell the guy who's sitting there, saying, "Hey, watch out, that guy just tried to rob me. I'm going to go get the cops, watch my car." And I just take off. Car's still running. And I run over to the McDonald's, and the cops are out there, and I'm running up to this cop. The cop turns around, and he, like, hand on the gun. I'm, like, realizing at the same time, hey, it looks like I'm rushing this cop. He's like, "What's up, what's up?" I was like, "That guy," and I turn around, and the guy is running across, it's Bells Ferry Road. Here's 41. He's running across Bells Ferry Road onto the sidewalk, just taking off. And I'm like, "That guy just tried to rob me at gunpoint." And again, I didn't see the gun, but I mean, It was in his little, and tackles him down to the ground. And then, comes back. I'm sitting there giving my information to the other cop, who is still giving this other person a ticket and dealing with their mess. My car's still running next door at the gas station, and takes down my information, everything. The other cop comes back and goes, "Yeah, he did have a gun." And they, I get all the information. Fast forward, I get a call and a letter about a court date. "You want to come to court, press charges against the guy." It's like, I don't need that guy knowing who I am, or you got him with a gun, got whatever you need. It's like, "Yeah, but we could really put him away for a long time, if you come and testify." Look, I'll sit that one out. Just let you do your thing. But that's that story.
There's always a story.
Yeah, always.
Same.
Barry, now back to you, since you were saying so much. My God, it's getting annoying.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
What crazy situation have you been in like that? Okay, you don't have to tell the one that's in my head.
I'm about to tell
Any
about
other? Any other? It's fine.
Oh,
For another episode.
yeah. The funnier part is that person's seen it too. That would be even wilder.
Anyone ever try to rob you?
No, not really.
You just rob people.
Gotta do what you gotta do on the streets.
Got to make that money. Gotta make money somehow.
No, I never had a situation like that. I've had some road rage incidents.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I meant awful.
Well, I've had people follow me home. I had somebody follow me home when I was riding my bike or motorcycle, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, he was riding my tail for a minute. I just brought him all the way to the house, so I figured, well, once you touch the property, it's game over. That's about all I got.
Well,
Welcome to the TED Talk.
Now he's buried in the backyard.
Yeah. Took his car now. I don't have any PG crazy stories.
We'll think of some, or we'll come up with some structure and get you to share something else that will be entertaining. You know, it's nice to start with a little tidbit.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I guess something that has to do with the podcast that we're doing is with business was like when I guess when we met was at a ball ground business meeting. That's actually a pretty funny story.
Yeah, it is.
Because we're at ball ground, which is not where we live, and there was a business meeting for up by where Jenn lives. No, it's like 30, 45 minutes from here. After we go through the meeting, and we both end up talking about, I was talking about my landscape company, and then you talked about your landscape or
a hardscape company.
And then he comes up to me afterwards.
I think we're neighbors.
Yep, I think we're neighbors. What? And sure enough, I mean, cross the street over one thing.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yep. And then fast forward, and now joined this magical thing called E-scapes. Tell us about it.
That's pretty good.
What's it done to your heart and your soul?
I mean, really, honestly, for an allergy perspective, it doesn't affect me as bad cutting grass with all electric compared to gas. That's the biggest thing I've noticed, because normally when I would cut grass, I couldn't breathe at night. I'd wake up constantly having to hit my inhaler or take a breathing treatment. But now it's very, very rare. Unless we get a yard that's extremely dusty, then that's when it'll affect me. But other than that, it's probably, I'd say, 10 times better than using gas.
Nice. That's a pretty substantial number.
Yeah, in that aspect, because I mean, it'll knock me out. It's not fun whatsoever. But yeah.
What about your hearing? Can you hear your podcast now?
Oh yeah,
not just music.
Everything. Well, I mean, I could hear it before because of the AirPods, but yeah.
Well, see, I didn't buy that nice of headphones because I'd always end up running over one or losing one because I wiggle my ears too much.
Oh.
And so I can't get the ones that just stay like inside because then they'll fall out and I end up having only one ear and I actually hear what they're saying without screaming at you.
Well, you can be on the phone while you're cutting grass on these mowers. Gas powered, you couldn't, because so whoever you're talking to would hear the background noise. But now there's no background noise.
Text and drive.
Text and drive.
You can text and drive as well.
Oh yeah,
you can be on your phone on the mower.
This is a trick question.
Yeah, it wasn't very funny. F. What about you, Joshua? I know you're enjoying talking to the dogs. Talk to us humans some. Tell us, how has it felt to transition?
Well, at first it was kind of different, I guess. Like with just it felt completely different. Like I was like, what am I doing?
I'm talking about transitioning to electric. What do you think?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we're talking about.
You said it felt different. Yeah. Sorry. I thought we were on a different show.
Oh, that's the late night one.
Okay.
So
it's still PG.
That's
PG.
the midnight one. No, it definitely felt, like I'm like, I had to like rewire my brain again guess. Because also the fact, like, for instance, our weed eaters are literally different, right?
Like go with the different rotation.
Yeah, that's one thing. I've noticed that these weed eaters, like if you turn it straight up, like up and down, they edge like perfectly. Almost.
Yeah, you can walk forwards instead of walking backwards.
Yeah, so
I've traffic too.
I've like ran with it. You know what I'm saying? Like literally ran with it. But I mean, it's good. I mean, I haven't seen any major issues. You know, maybe like the charging thing that happened that one time. But you know, we were doing a lot, so that's probably why.
Yeah, horse farm.
Yeah,
that was several acres, and trying to keep those batteries going in the heat. And that's another thing, making sure that's something that we're learning with switching to this box truck and things is to have a cooling system in there to keep those batteries cool. Because once they get hot, they just start losing efficiency and energy. Yeah, and they don't want to charge. So, and we have a company that is sending us some battery packs. That was one of my big questions that they answered, fortunately, without me even having to ask it. But that inside the casing, they have fans. Kind of like the solar charge controllers, inside those you'll hear the fans kicking on and just keeping everything cool. And that's another thing too that we learned during the winter with these batteries is crazy cold.
Yeah, how does that work?
As bad as the heat.
Really?
Yep. You'll have dead cells, not dead cells, but it won't charge.
It's just like with a regular battery, like for instance, when I come up here. I mean, I've been up here a few times, to see Tony and his family, but we had a 2001 Chevy Silverado, and our battery literally just died. Like, did not work anymore because it was just cold. It was too cold.
And that's what's weird is sometimes you put, I remember even like lead acid batteries, people stored them in the fridge.
Yeah, my mom used to do that.
Yep. Daniel's even talking about the lithium batteries, when they would get too hot, they'd throw them in the fridge for a minute and cool them down. So I guess just finding that perfect, not going too hot, not too cold, and they'll work fine.
We'll just put a refrigerator on the chiller.
That's that little drink fridge. Never have beer on the job unless it's Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday.
That's Tuesday. You keep saying Tuesday.
It's just on my mind. So what are some of the things in working for some of the past landscape companies that have really sucked, and some things that you don't see here? And I'm not trying to hint at anything whatsoever, but have you ever worked for an ass?
I feel like everybody has probably
Yeah.
at least once in their life.
It could be worse. It could be getting cussed out.
Exactly. I think that's one of the biggest things, regardless whether we're gas or electric, the atmosphere that you're working in is one of the big things.
Yeah.
I mean, I've worked for some real jerks, and that's why I tried to work for myself as much as possible. I can be hard enough on myself.
Yeah.
I don't need someone else. Do this right. But that, again, is where, you guys also have to keep each other in check of making sure
that's a big thing
down,
too.
Yeah, the same pace.
Employees, I've met some people in the past that I've worked with. Like, for instance, when I was in Florida, I worked with Hugo and them. We had some people come in that did not understand any English. Period. Like, I was the only guy that probably spoke English at all, right? So that was a big thing. And then they would get upset and get mad, but it'd be in Spanish. I wouldn't understand, but I knew it wasn't good.
Tell by the looks, and the way the laughs are.
Until I understand. See, now I comprende español. But then it was like, what are you saying, man? But I know you're mad, like your body language. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, I've definitely had some employees too, not just bosses that were out there. Let's say that. And this dog right here.
This dead staring at you.
This dog right here is about to be on. No.
It's love. So this is Chloe.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Chloe, how old is Chloe?
I don't know. Anywhere from like 8, 9. I don't know. You tell me then.
She needs to look at the camera so you can see those crazy eyes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's got
One
2 different
blue
colors.
One blue eye, one brown eye.
Don't do that. Don't start that. We're not doing that. It's gonna whine.
And Jen,
Yes. Hi. Good morning.
Don't do that.
good morning. Tell us things.
Incident. In Florida, I almost got shot because I was flashing my lights to get people to move over, and in Pine Hills area, that was a gang sign.
I remember hearing
So-
all about that.
So I almost got shot in Pine Hills, and I a cop stopped and was like, "You've got to stop. You're gonna get killed." And it was legit right by OBT area. So I would have been shot. Like the guy straight up pulled out his gun and everything, and I just fucking took off. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not staying." So I just took off and got off at the next exit, and it happened to be that a cop must have seen something or whatever, and I was scared shitless. I didn't want to file a report or do anything. I just wanted to not ever deal with those people again, not be in that situation. So I learned very quickly that road rage can escalate very fast, especially in Florida.
Uh-huh.
Florida people, because you have transplants and people like tourists and and snowbirds, and then you have the natives, and so you've got this huge conglomeration of just different personalities and structures and priorities, and it
People
can
in Florida.
be very quickly catch on fire, and things can happen very fast.
Oh yeah.
They don't care down there.
That's my story of road rage.
That was a good one.
Actually, it reminded me of I was working construction at the time, and the superintendent had a Honda CB7 that my buddy was gonna buy. So we drove up there, and he was driving my car on the way back because it was stick, and he was too nervous to do it on 285. So I'm driving his car, and this guy is up on my car, like real close. And at the time, that was my baby. I put a lot of time in that. So I immediately flipped and pulled over to the other lane, let it decrease in speed, got next to the guy, and I just rolled the window down and told him to slow down. And he took his gun and flashed it at me. As soon as he did that, because I was increasing speed, as soon as he did that, I slowed back down to where I could see his window. I was like, "You can pull over. I'll shove that up your ass." And it's he hauled ass and wouldn't pull over. But that just goes to show that I guess Florida people are psychotic.
Yes, they are. There's literally like YouTube channels and all sorts of stuff. It's like crazy people in Florida.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's
Florida man.
legit. People are strange. I remember when my nephew, I was so worried because they used to live by a water stream that had crocodiles and alligators and snakes and all that sort of stuff. And it was around the time when little ones were going missing by the water because alligators and stuff were eating them. And so I was terrified that my nephew was going to get eaten because he used to go outside and like to play a lot. Now has a kid and he's married and all that. But when he was little, I was just so scared. I just remember keep thinking I'm going to get a phone call that he's been eaten, know?
I wonder how many, though. I mean, I knew little dogs. Like, when we lived in Lakeland, there was alligators all the time walking out, like where they, same kind of thing, like babies get eaten.
They do.
Oh, look. How many
They do.
babies were, how much was scared?
They
Because who lets their kid go
honey,
walk around like that?
where they lived, it was like a manufactured home, and the waterway was like a segue, but was also the backyard.
Okay.
So
That's,
the
I'm
only
thinking like a
time
park.
that he could go and play was when he did that.
Lay
And
down.
so I was always
Lay
fearful
down.
that something was going to come in the yard and
Lay
eat
down.
him because the waterway was stagnant. So, being in Florida and being around those areas, anything that has stagnant water, and you're just bound to have a bad mix. I mean,
Unless you live in Tallahassee area. I think it's Wakulla.
Waikiva?
Cola Springs.
Yes.
Because there's Crystal Springs.
I know what you're talking about.
There's a small town that I lived in for a very short period. And it was going from Lakeland up here to Georgia. And that's one of the craziest people I've ever met that lived there. And they would jump off bridges into lily pads. And also there'd be like the strip mines, stuff like that, which was cool. You know, it's huge cliffs you jump into, crystal clear water.
The lime
But
mines?
yes. Yeah, that was beautiful. That was cool.
Oh, yeah.
I had no problem with that. But you're always looking for something better.
Yeah.
And these guys, I remember just getting on these train tracks, and they're all jumping off into lily pads. I mean, it looks straight up like swamp out of Louisiana or something. And I mean, I'm not going to, especially with guys and girls, they're all doing it. It's like, well, they didn't die. And then as soon as you land in that water, you're just like, as quick as you can to get out. I mean, not the rest of them. They look back now like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Peer pressure.
And I mean, you can get bad ear infections from Florida water. Like when I was little, we used to have to keep solutions in the car because we would go swimming in water bays that had like bacterias or parasites or whatever, and we would get sick. And so we used to have to keep these solutions in the car. And we had a family friend that, you know, the Florida Gators, University of Florida, huge. They were the family that started the Gator Den. They were the ones that started all the University of Florida. They made Alberta, you know, the gator, the fighting gator.
Yeah.
They were the ones that drew Alberta. They had a store that they used to sell paraphernalia for the college, and my parents were really close with them. And they had a lake in their backyard, and so we used to go up there and we would swim in the lake, but I would always get an ear infection because the water had some type of bacteria type stuff in it. So we used to have to keep some ear solution and stuff. So it's just, you know, it's interesting growing up in different, you know, bodies of water in different areas and what you're you know, exposed to, I guess I should say.
I feel like we should say something nice about Florida.
I love Florida. I would
Okay.
move back there in a heartbeat.
I would definitely to the Keys again. The Keys were a whole different world.
Did you lose your
That's
keys?
where my sister is right now. She's in the Keys.
Oh, yeah.
Has she found them yet?
No.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Yeah.
That comes back to a really wild Florida story, actually.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. So me and actually the guy that I was talking about that is schizo schmam, you know.
You could see it in his eyes. He had crazy eyes.
At that time he was actually normal. But we were walking on the beach, like from the hotel or like back up to the hotel or something. And there was like a pier, right? And we could see down. There's people with like with flashlights, and they're like just running around and all kind of crazy stuff. And I'm like, what the, you know, like something weird's going on. So we had to walk that way to go to the hotel. Like that's where the hotel was, you know. So we kind of have a choice. And we're like coming up, and it was like dark, but like kind of duskish. But it was a full moon, so you could see. You know, you know how it is at the beach. You can kind of see like pretty clear.
Yeah.
And I guess they had lost their keys or whatever, and were like stuck there. Like had no way, couldn't find it. You know, it was almost dark. We literally like walk up because they're like in the distance. You know, like they kept walking. So and we kept walking, so they're like further down. We just look down and see keys, and we somehow like hollered at them or like ran up to them, and come to find out it was their keys. Just randomly, I mean, random occurrence just being there. It was really weird. But speaking of keys,
I don't know that I'd want to live in the Keys if I'm being honest.
Why?
hurricanes.
And the hurricanes were crazy. The floods were
Yeah,
more crazy.
like the pricing and stuff too, and the
Oh, yeah.
lifestyle. It's just not me.
Oh,
It's
the
just
lifestyle
not.
is amazing.
It's fast.
I'm not. No, it's
No,
different.
I mean, not the
depends on
fast
which
pace. I just mean
lifestyle.
like the. I'm just not a big
Yeah, we're talking
drinker.
about, like,
See,
Wow.
that's
I'm not
that's
a big
different. That's
drinker,
Key
and
West.
I'm not a.
That's Key West. That's not the Keys.
Yeah, the keys is more
Because
like
Key West, yeah, Florida
fishing.
town, people come there and go crazy. Living off of Key West, working Key West is great because you can make money off of those people. But then coming back out and just having nothing but, I mean, just like out here, you've got the mountains, you've got, fields you can see forever. It's beautiful. Same thing going out and just seeing flat water as far as you can see. It's just crystal clear, just gorgeous.
I used to live
in
Miami when I was a kid for a while.
So
good old Miami.
Miami's like that too, though. They have some like South Beach.
Yeah.
This part of South Beach, no. Like if you go this way, I'm good. I would stay away from there. But this part, yeah, it's great.
I found out the hard way the goods and bads of Miami. And there's definitely a lot more bads.
They get crazy. I was living there.
I did love the topless beach.
That was cool. I ain't never been to one.
It's much better than the experience I went and checked on a nudist beach in the Keys. Wasn't very pretty.
I bet. It was all like old people.
We ran. All we expected. Because, I mean, before that, it was Cancun.
What's your
deal? It was always Argentinian girls.
Here.
Scotch. Yeah.
Come here. Freaking spoiled. Come here.
I don't know how I got onto nudist beach, but I
got it.
Just saying.
No banana hammocks in your future?
Mm-hmm.
Like the TV show?
Yes.
Or like the actual series?
That's Johnny Knoxville is my secret crush.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
He's awesome. I had a crush on him, too. No, I'm kidding. But no, he was wearing one in that where Chris Pontius does the, and has the basketball shorts.
Yeah.
And he rips them off.
What was their other show? Wild Boys.
Yeah. That is wild.
That was funny.
You remember when Steve-O was like live bait for like sharks? And he had a hook. See, it's like a big hook, but it didn't have a barb on it. So you could just put it in and take it out. Like it was like getting a piercing. And he like put it in right here and just dove in with like a still leader on, or I think Chris Pontius.
Yeah, I think
had
they
a fish
chum out too, didn't they?
Yes, insane.
Wow.
Yeah, he's still doing stuff. Believe it or not, he still has a show now.
Oh yeah,
or he's still doing some crazy stuff. Not as crazy as then. He'd be probably dead, but he's doing some of it.
It was great watching him run into Mike Tyson's fist.
I don't remember that.
That was at the roast.
So you mean that he ran into Mike Tyson's fist?
Yeah. Because he was like, I want you to knock me out. And I think he did it twice because the first time didn't land good enough. But he straight up. And I mean, Mike Tyson goes hit him, but it's mainly him running into his fist and then laying him out. I think he broke his nose. It's worth a Google.
I know he's had teeth replacement like 3 or 4 times. Pretty sure from Jackass. Yeah. Hey, that'd be a good topic. The Mike Tyson and Logan Paul fight.
Oh God, a waste.
But
waste
the
of
fights,
life.
The fights before it, that night were awesome.
Oh no, I seen them. The 2 chicks.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro! They did not care. I mean, blood everywhere. They were just like, okay, just kept going. They kept going. It was wild. They were like the craziest fight of the night, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Absolutely.
And then it was the Hispanic dude versus somebody.
And then the scripted fight.
Yeah, it was definitely was. Mike Tyson would have blown him up.
No doubt.
Even at that age.
First hit.
Have y'all seen the so Jelly Roll is on WWE with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. And he's like doing all kind of things now. And him and Logan Paul are like trash talking each other, man. It is funny as shit. Like, yeah. You gotta check it out. It is funny as shit.
So, Jelly Roll fighting?
Yeah.
Well, it's not really fighting.
Well, yeah,
it's all fake. But play fighting.
Yeah, I was just watching
with the chair or a table that crashes. And
they can get hurt though. They can actually get hurt.
Oh yeah.
Like, what about that one? Do you remember? Was it in the 90s? I think when one of them got killed. One of the wrestlers was killed during a taping, and they almost that's right. He fell and they got sued, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they almost had to close down.
My biggest wrestling memory of WWE was in New Orleans with my parents. My brother were both at the Holiday Dome because the indoor pool and stuff. And we're sitting there, and he's like, thinking he's just lying because he would do that sometimes. Then I turn around, and there's Hulk Hogan. Here's all the guys back then. I believe Andre the Giant was even there too. All the big, wrestlers. And they were sitting there like, oh, good fight, man. And giving each other hugs. And like, good night, bro. It was like, what am I seeing? You hate each other. Right? You're hugging your friend. What is going on? That's when I realized, okay, it's not all real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, as a kid, God, it was amazing. It was awesome.
Hulk Hogan was my hero, man.
No, Hulk Hogan was cool.
I was so bummed.
That's what she was talking about, I think.
Heart.
Is that who you're talking about?
I think so.
Yeah.
When he fell from the rafters, right?
Yeah,
Arena.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I was remembering. But yeah. So I kind of like this. This is cool. We need to do some various little segments and do offshoots and stuff. But I think it's a good little intro.
Well, the main thing is I wanted us to get together and talk about our feelings.
How do you feel today?
And how does how you feel make you feel?
Yeah.
And
How
I
does
tell
that
you how
make
I
you
feel
feel?
about your feelings.
I know a funny meme about that I used to watch. It was this movie. It was the wildest thing I've ever the wildest movie I've ever seen in my life. Okay, you should watch it. It's interesting. So it's I have to find it, but it has this thing to where they go in a facility. These two guys sign a paper. They go in this facility in the middle of nowhere.
Game, like that movie where it's all like a facade, but at the end you find, I guess I just ruined it.
Maybe kind of, but it's they're signing up to be test subjects.
Yeah,
right?
in a study or something.
And they get these pills and all kind of stuff that they have one that's no disgust, I guess, to where
Oh yeah, I know what
I'm talking about. To where they can't see anything nasty at all, no matter what it is. They could be sitting in a dumpster. They could be sitting in roaches, or didn't matter, and they wouldn't know. There was all different kind of, and it had to do with your emotion. It would trigger an emotion, to where they wouldn't. It was wild. Yeah, and they would ask them every day. That's what come to my mind. How do you feel? How are you feeling today? What's going on today?
Well, it's kind of like me in the mornings.
Yeah.
And I go to each one of you.
Yeah.
How are you? Right?
Yeah.
Always.
You do like to boast yourself up a lot, huh?
Boast?
Yes.
Well, I like to lie out and say that I'm much nicer. Tell me, how does that make you feel?
How does it make me feel? Uncomfortable. Yeah. Well, just that one segment. That one
let's
segment.
press edit out.
Ooh, I think that's a break.
5 right now. Chloe?
No,
And that's
I'm
a
just
wrap.
teasing. I'm just messing with you. It's all good.
But the real question is, what about this dog? He won't quit staring.
God,
Go
stop
away.
staring at
Go
you.
away.
It's just
Look over there.
Chloe is straight up
I think she's still
Deep
pissed you
into
forgot
your
about her
soul.
age.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? It's this.
It's jealousy.
Yeah.
That's
There's
how
another
Bella
dog.
gets. Bella gets like that too.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong with it? It's just, hey, I'll say something pretty cool, actually, right?
Like,
Say this dog can do things that people don't even know this, right? It says one thing that it can do, it can spell. By the way, yeah, I'm serious. She can spell in CHEESE OUTSID.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. She has a few more things too. But I just forgot.
That's awesome.
It slipped my
well,
mind.
before you slip off, so that we can do whatever.
Look at this.
Let's see what we can do to tie it up.
Oh,
Yes.
hello. There's another dog.
I just got hit in the face with a tail. 2 jelly dogs.